Cheers guys, hope you are doing well. This is Patrick Egan, the channel is Theoretic Patrick Egan. Today we are lucky to have J.B.Omukangala to sit in our inspiration corner. We want to inspire guys, we want to inspire those dreams, we want to change this world. So feel welcome, and in case you are not subscribed to the channel, kindly do so that you can be able to continue providing content in engineering, in motivational inspiration stuff, business, and lastly on book writing. So karibu JB.
Thank you.
I feel proud having you here.
Pleasure.
I want you to inspire this nation. I want you to inspire the world. I know people are looking at how this guy all the way from Busia has been able to transform himself into a very great man. So you are a family man, eh?
Yes.
Okay, kindly tell us your name and maybe something about your family.
J.B.Omukangala, Mukona Rukwa Makena. Yes, that is all.
That
and
is all.
The father to Kature.
Good. So, how is family?
It's good.
They are doing well. You like family.
Kabisa.
So you encourage people to marry.
People should marry, and people should get children. And by family planning,
for now.
Yeah, people should just get children. You know, there's no need of you using your time and money to educate children. Hit 45 when your child is already in Form 2, Form 3, is going to university. Yeah. You are spacing children as if they... What's that?
Okay.
We need staircases. If you have set out to get children, just get children first.
Okay. Because today by then I'll be turning to a third ladder. Today is my birthday. Yes.
But I'm much older than you.
I know.
In
theory.
No, not in theory. It appears like you are my elder, but I'm about 5 years older than you. You know, your body is how you... They always say your body is how you keep it. I've tried to remain young, and I'm going to remain young for very long time.
Okay. So tell us, how was your childhood?
My childhood was fun. Very fun. Because I actually grew up in the village, and I did everything that a village child does, including, you making vehicles. You know, the way we are being sent to shop in the old days. Someone just get you on the road and send you to the shop to go and buy cigarette, buy something for them, especially the elders. For like where I come from, when we were growing up, we did not have these boundaries that you see today. Oh you can't beat my child, you can't send my child. I grew up in an environment where you could leave your home, go and live with someone else who is elderly for 1 week. Provided the word is sent to your home that you are living there, you will stay there for like 1 or 2 weeks, then you go back to your home. And again, once you go back to your home, if your grandmom wants to stay with you, you will go there and stay with him or her for a few days, help her fetch firewood, water. That's how I grew up. The kind of guys that used to drive the rims and call them vehicles in the village. You are the one now, for like 3 kilometers. But that thing we used to enjoy that thing so much. We even used to make vehicles out of wires and look for old batteries, the cells, connect them, get a torch bulb, connect to the vehicle and drive even for 10 kilometers. Yeah.
You are reminding me of a day I was beaten thoroughly by one of my neighbors. I'll not mention names for the sake of safety. But after reporting that I was beaten again.
Yeah, that's how it used to happen. You know, in my village, no elder would find you doing something silly and then say, I'm going to report you to your parents. You finish that. And if you disobey, if you tell that person anything that is wrong, that shows that you are not showing respect, they will cane you and then come to report. And then now you will be caned well.
Primary school. Which primary school?
I went to Miafa Primary School. It's a village school. You know, the kind of schools where you don't have a library anywhere, you don't have a fence, you can jump through the window, go back home, eat something, and then come, sneak back without anybody noticing. Or you can just decide to go back for lunch After lunch, you remain there. Nobody will notice that I have lived a very fun life in the village. Very fun.
The most inspiring teacher?
The most inspiring teacher while I was in primary was our class teacher. But then we had very good teachers then. We had someone called Mr. Nduhu, Mr. Mariga, and then when I was young, we had a madam called Melissa. That was the funniest teacher I've ever met. She used to eat in class. She would come with a banana, a full banana, those sweet bananas, peel it and put the whole of it in the mouth. While you were singing, those days.
What class is this?
This was from class 1, 2, 3. Yeah, class 1, 2, 3. It's our class teacher in class 1 and class 3. And it was very fun. That teacher was very fun. Sometimes she used to eat papers from books. When she gets bored, she just tears a paper from a book and then chews it.
I think we need to visit that madam. Let's go.
I think now she's very old. Since I finished primary, we have never met.
Okay. So, you are a writer. When you were a kid, what did you want to be?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a political analyst. I actually wanted to study political science. After Form 4, I applied for that thing in Maseno University. Was it Maseno University? And then something fun happened. I was called to go and do BSc Agriculture, which I picked as my last option. So when I went there, disappointed, I decided to switch, not to do it. But I just wanted to be either a political scientist or a teacher. Yeah, but my parents used to discourage me from becoming a teacher because teachers were driving. They were driving the Black Mamba throughout their lives. So that one is not going to be a good idea.
Okay.
So they used to discourage me from becoming a teacher. But inside, actually, I can say that teaching is in it.
Good.
I have been very passionate about teaching. And I could even still go back to class today.
Yes.
But if they pay me well, if they don't, I'm not going there.
High school, which high school?
I went to Nyahobi Secondary School, which is still within the village. It was a district school. It was a school not so much populated, but we used to have about 50 to 70 students a class.
Okay. This is where your writing journey started?
This is
Form 2?
Actually, it started from... Actually, once I finished the class 8, I was still writing, but now something comes and just gnaws you to start writing. You write a story, you abandon it, you feel like it's just normal for people to write such things. But when I was in high school, that's when I used to write very nice compositions. Paka mwalimu anakuja nayo klasi anasoma alafu anda nayo tena. I'm going to keep this one.
So, starting your writing journey, how has it been?
My writing journey has been very exciting. Since I decided to become a writer, full-time writer, it has been very exciting for me. And I cannot claim that one day I will stop being a writer. So writing, I can say it can be a full-time career if you take it serious. If you are someone who is passionate about writing, and you are ventured into this not because there's you have people who think that people are going to buy your books because other people have not written or because you have scarcely books. That's not what's going to happen. People are going to buy your books if you give them reasons to. If you can market your product, push it passionately, someone will see sense in it. We have people who never bought my books when I produced them. They were the first people to know that I was a writer. I had published a book. But when they saw the consistency, they decided to buy my books. So consistency is key. But you must be someone who is talented and also passionate.
Good. What has been pushing you all through? What are the principles? What are the fuel?
I'm a guy who has been through so much. I was born in a family where now, like right now, I can say I'm the breadwinner. So we have, sometimes some of us are pushed by the background itself. You have nobody you can call at home and tell them, I want this. But you have a lot of people from home who can call you and tell you, we want this. Now, after you've gone to university, I'm actually I'm the only one. in my family, a family of over 200 people who have gone to university, government sponsored.
You are saying family of?
Almost 200 people. You know, we have like my fathers and my aunts, nobody went beyond Form 4.
Oh, yes.
Then from there, I also have my cousins who are older than me, who never went beyond Form 4. But I was the first person to go beyond Form 4. And again, government sponsored. That wasn't easy. Now, after going to university, finishing university, and now someone is looking at you as someone who is at that point where you can provide for the rest because you're going to university. And then you are here also crying because there's no job, that you don't have money. You are in the city, but you want people at home to help you. It used to look very awkward. Secondly, it's about having parents who are also determined. You know, parents who want their children to go to school and also want to brag in those village meetings that they have children who are going to school. And now you cannot be bragging about a child who is broke. Telling the people, my child went to university and there's nothing you can show off. So we have a lot of things that have been pushing me, and I have been doing a lot of things while trying to find my way out of that. But so far I think I can say I've managed. Okay,
for most of your projects you are determined. I always see it in the media, in the social media, that when you start a project, you are tracer.
Yes. On this. Now I will give you an example of this book. This is the latest. I told these guys when I conceived the idea, I was to write another book. But I told the guys, we want to write a book in 1 month. That was in April, end of April. Then I told them I want this book. I want you to write a story that is 4,000 words, at least 35,000 words, at most 6,000 words. And I want you to submit that story within 2 weeks. Because writing a short story, if you are a writer, 2 weeks is enough. Then I am going to take 1 month to edit your stories. I actually took 1 month to go through all the 20 stories, plus those ones that I rejected. I used to sleep 1 hour or 2 hours. Sometimes I used to sleep in the morning, because most of the time I find myself more productive at night. So if I said this book was supposed to be published in this month, in June, mid, but we managed to publish it in May, mid.
Very nice one.
Yeah. So when I set a deadline, I want this work to be done within this time frame. I always ensure that it's done. If it's not, wachana nayo.
Right.
Now we have people who used to take me through corners. You tell someone you are submitting this story, this is the deadline, and then they say it's okay. Alafu wanakaa wananyamaza. So they will again come back to you when it is past deadline to ask, when are we supposed to do this? Then that one shows lack of seriousness. Just tell you we are done, just can we do our. Because if we have set out to do this as a team, and now you are just one out of the 20 who want to pull us behind, then we are not going to entertain that. Yes.
20 to 30 years of age. It is the most difficult because people are unstable. I want you to talk to your 20 self, and then take this opportunity also to talk to anyone who is 20 years, between that range.
20 years, sometimes it's so exciting when you are 20. But I have come to realize that for ladies, most of the ladies make their worst mistakes between 19 and 23. That is the time when you meet a lady you cannot advise, a lady who knows everything, a lady who is educated, a lady who feels like their parents need reparenting. Their mothers have been so foolish for long that they have been exploited by their fathers and their grandfathers. Now they are enlightened, they know what is supposed to be done more than their parents. At that age, you cannot talk to a lady umkalisha chini umwambie this is how it's done. Including my own sisters. I have had to beat them, some of them. But so when it came to a point where I am niko Nairobi, wako nyumbani, they have the freedom. Now this is the time that people always make the worst mistakes. Actually, when you look at most of the ladies that have children and don't have families, got their children between 19 and 23. And then they come to wake up in their late 20s. And like men, for men, the value of a man increases with increase in age. But for ladies, their values decreases with increase in age. That's why you find so very many people are now, so very many ladies will want to, like, if now you have a child, you've already made this mistake, and now people are seeing this as one of you have depreciated in value. We have so very many people trying to come up with the things like, it's not marriage is your achievement, marriage is your he. But now deep down they know they made mistakes, and this mistake has derailed their success. We have a lot of things that they would have achieved had they not conceived at that age. But now they've already conceived, they've already made the mistake, they have gone through all those challenges. They have, it comes to a point where now they hate the parents, they need the fathers of their children because of that. They bring that hatred in to an extent that mtu anaona kama they used me, all men are the same. This you now start branding these people deadbeat and whatever. And now you have this baby. This baby is an angel to you. But every man out there is a dog. A child of a dog is called a puppy, not an angel. No. Someone who dates a dog is committing incest. But you want to make yourself look like you are clean. These other people, this other gender, these are dogs made up of dogs, idiots, and such. You are a clever person who dated an idiot. What are you? No. Sometimes some of these guys, when you sit down with these ladies, achana mambo unasoma on social media, mtu anasema oh I can't do this, oh mimi siwezi kufulia, mimi sio bibi yako. If you cannot wash for that person because you're not their husband, you cannot do your wife, their wives. You cannot do this because you're not their wives. Also, don't sleep with them because you're not their wives. Don't draw lines when it comes to conceiving for them, and then you come here to tell us that so-and-so is an idiot. You are the first idiot. And in fact, you are more idiot than them. If they convinced you and you conceived for them, then you are an idiot already. Now, for men, you find most of the men in their 20s, especially those who are so excited about now washamaliza shule wanaenda tao. Mtu anaingia town na fujo. Huko ndio kuna job. Then you are going there with your certificates feeling that kwa sababu maliza form 1 you can speak English, life is going to be very smooth in town. That's not what's going to happen. You are going to town and then you unapata zile unafanya tule tulibara kidogo. Then life frustrates you. You join hard drugs. Now you become like, I don't know, like a zombie, where you have to work every day to get drugs. Wewe unaenda mjengo ili upate pesa uende ununue bangi na ulipe nyumba. Unaona? And then some of them who do not join mambo ya drugs, they get girlfriends. Now they start playing the role of husband while they are still boyfriends. It's like you have adopted this person. Now there's no change. You work for almost 2 years, 3 years, but you cannot tell what you've done in those 3 years. Hakuna kitu kujaribu kuangalia. You have not paid school fees for any of your siblings. You have not sent money home for the last 1 year. You've not built anything. You don't have any savings, but you've been working the whole year. No. 20s are so challenging.
Yeah.
Very challenging. But if you find yourself the real you while you're still in 20s,
yeah,
it's very good. And I wouldn't like to advise any boy out there below 25 to marry. Don't. That thing is going to crumble once you reach around 28, 29, everything. Because if you're 25, you're going to marry a girl who's 21. A girl who's 21 today, long time ago, our parents used to marry even while at 17, 19. Today, someone who is 25 is reasoning like someone who is 15 in 1995. True.
The reality.
The things that people are doing today who are in 20s now calling themselves adults is something that I find them very abnormal. Now, I will give you an example of this thing they call TikTok. And now they have introduced what they call Reels on Facebook. You find women who look like they are now adults. Half naked, dancing. And that person will do this today, tomorrow. Once they get a good room where they can show tiles, they can show good chairs, they want to dance today, tomorrow. This, you know, when people come up with these things, their main aim is to try and, okay, as for you, they might be introducing this as an entertainment platform, but wewe kama mtu mwenye umejoin TikTok ama umejoin Reels, Facebook, unafaa unajiuliza, which business am I doing that I can use this thing to promote? We have a few who are now running boutiques where you can now get someone advertising their boutique through such videos. But most of them to dance. They want to put on a bra and a sweatpant or something else and dance today. Tomorrow they will wake up wafunike kiti na kitambaa kingine tena wa dance. No. And now someone lives that way because, you know, today people can do anything for fame. Yeah. Anything. Hata kama nini, they are ready to do that. Provided they are going to trend and they are going to be known. But now if you sit down and ask yourself, how can I monetize my publicity? That's what happened to me when I was actually on Facebook. I was building this with the knowledge that at the back of my mind, I want to make this to monetize my audience. I have sold over 85% of my books on social media. Yes, I entertain you, but I entertain you in a way that you will get to know that I'm a writer. You cannot visit my page. You go through like 2 or 3 posts without knowing that I'm a writer. Yeah. And that's how I have made my books known to the public. I am not doing anything silly on social media for the sake of publicity. No. I want to push my product, but I don't want to push it directly. I can still do this to pull more crowd. Because on social media, if you want to have your product bought, try to create traffic around it. You might attract 1,000 people and 5 people are going to buy. That's very okay. It's not that you attract 100 and 100 are going to buy. But now you are recording videos today, tomorrow, the following day, for months, 10 months, just for the sake of recording and dancing and checking people to see that you have big bang. Nothing out of it. No. Ukishamaliza tu kupost hiyo kitu. There's nothing yenye wewe mwenyewe unaweza kaa chini useme I've achieved this year. Hakuna. You are living in a very poor. Nakwambia bora tu mtu amepata nyumba kama ni ya kazi, kama ni ya nani, nyumba iko poa. Wants to record videos and get likes. I'm always against such kind of things. Yeah. And that's what I've told you. If you find a lady who is 25 today is reasoning like a lady who was 14 years in 1882. Yeah. A man who is 29, 23 is as good as 11 in the 80s. Those people do not have. Someone has no plan. And that's why you find ladies who have woken up. Now they always say that a lady is, sometimes back, not now, a lady is supposed to be 5 years older than their age mates. That is, if I am 25, a lady is 25, that lady has to reason like someone who is 30. That one cannot happen today. Ladies can reason beyond their age. Very few men, and now men who are getting these ladies feel like these ladies who reason like the way they are supposed to reason know a lot. Wanajua mengi kualiko. No. Na yale mengi ni most of the time watu wao wanajua sio mengi ya kuwasaidia vile wata survive in life. Mengi ya vitu ya ujinga. I can now draw eyebrow kama nimefunga macho hivi. What's that?
Okay, let us stop there. So now we are going to have a beating on that. I think the best thing so that we make this good. I think we have, because we are on the way making a video for the life at 20s. I think I have to include you in that.
Thank you.
Very, very much. So so that we conclude. You have been working, and I know behind a successful man, is a woman. I know McKenna has been on the background. Writing is not as easy as you may want. So I want you to maybe take this opportunity, umshukuru McKenna, and in that sense, you tell us how she has been pivotal on that, and maybe tell other women out there or tell other spouses out there why they need to support their spouse.
I would like to let you know that in my writing, actually my achievements in writing has got nothing to do with my family members. I have been very lucky in this, in such a way that I got people from outside my family that have been helping me. And all of them are ladies. I have 3 ladies I have worked with closely. If you look at this book was dedicated to this girl, Irene Askawa Oyuga. This now was my student from 2019 to 2020. She was reading my post and was interested in writing. That's the lady I was talking about. And then she was pushing me to write a book. I said, if you are pushing me to write a book and you've seen I have all it takes, let me write a book. But this book will be dedicated to you. She was my proofreader throughout. Now, if you look at this, The Midnight Sun is also dedicated to a lady here known as Miss Karin Grace Orapidi Msugut. Now, this is one of my very closest friends. Both of them are married, but these girls have been very pivotal in my writing journey. I wrote the first book with Karin and Orapidi and Irene, and then this one I wrote it with Karin. Karin was actually there throughout. And then there's another lady called I've forgotten her name. This a lady here. Why am I forgetting the name of someone who's a very, very good friend of mine? She's called Brenda. Brenda Idodu. She's also from Teso. Those are ladies that have been so instrumental to me. I can tell you for free that my family, wanaonanga tu kama nimetoa vitabu, but they do not know the forces behind these books. How wasichana ndio wamekuwa wakinisaidia. Actually, right now we are writing a very nice book, and we are estimating to have it sold in hundreds of thousands. With
So Makena ajui
mambo ya Makena na kuandika hiyo tutoe hapo.
But time anakupea.
Hiyo sio issue. Sasa in writing, this is what is happening. No, and I learned that if you want to go very far in your career, usijifunge ati sisi ni familia, ati you start something then wewe ndio utakuwa chairperson, wewe utakuwa secretary there from your family. That thing is going to collapse very soon. But if you try to come out, you try to go out and get people who are reliable, people who understand your dream, people who can work with you, then you build that trust. They are likely to help.
Mesikia, family is not about blood.
Yeah.
Family is about those who commit to yourself.
Yes.
Good.
You know, even selling books, you don't write books because your family is so large, you have 20 people they are going to buy. They are going to read those books for free. For free. You'll get 1 or 2 people who are going to buy, the rest, they want books to read for free.
Good. It has been a good one. So, Omukangala, we are proud to have you here.
Thank you.
It has been an inspiration listening to you. I would love to have a more conversation on this. So guys, we are grateful for you being part of this. It has been Theoretic Patrick Egon. We are doing this to inspire generations so that we can get the best out of our lives. If you have not subscribed, kindly do so. Thank you. Until next time, stay safe.
Thank you.